need water. It's one of the body's most essential nutrients. And if you're pregnant or home with a new baby, healthy hydration is more important than ever. Our guest, registered nurse Linda Ciampa from Nursery Water, is here to talk about proper hydration for mom and baby. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so let's talk about why it's so important for pregnant women and mommies right now with newborns to stay hydrated.
You know, Olga, we're always encouraging our patients to drink plenty of water because proper hydration, it can help prevent urinary tract infections, constipation, and fatigue, both during pregnancy and after. And it's essential for breastfeeding mothers to drink plenty of water because the breast milk is 90% fluid.
Now, what about newborns? Do they need water?
You know, patients are always asking that question. People don't know. No, the short answer is no. Healthy newborns do not need extra water for the first 6 months of life.
Which, if you think about it, and I'm sorry I interrupted you, but I just realized right now I breastfed both girls and I never gave them water.
Exactly, because the water is in the breast milk and we add water to formula, so babies get all the hydration they need from that. So while it's safe to mix water with formula, it can actually be dangerous to give them extra water because it can disturb the baby's electrolyte balance, which could lead to seizures. So you don't give extra water for the first 6 months of life.
So when is it safe to incorporate water?
So at about 6 months, most babies are eating solids at this point. So at this point, you can introduce a few sips of water. And if it's really warm outside, you can give them a few extra sips. But you always want to check with your pediatrician to find out exactly how much. Because remember, the American Academy of Pediatrics says breast milk or formula should be the sole source of nutrition for the baby for the first 6 months, and then the major source of nutrition for the first 12 months. So you don't want to fill them up with water.
So let's go to 12 months, a toddler. How much water do they get?
Yes, at 12 months, the baby becomes a toddler.
Yes.
Bundle of energy, as we all know.
And you're chasing them around the house.
Yep, they're going
And you're
here.
blocking everything on the walls.
Right. So the baby at this point needs more fluid. So for toddlers, it's recommended they get about 5.5 cups of water per day.
Okay, so now you're increasing it more.
Exactly. But that includes water from all food and beverage sources, including milk. So, you know, one way to check and make sure your little one's getting enough is to glance at the urine. You want to make sure it's almost colorless or pale, and you know they're getting enough.
Now there's tap, there's distilled, there's purified. You know, what is the one you think that mom should be using?
Right. Well, I've always used and I've always recommended a purified steam distilled water, and I'm really pleased I've been able to partner with Nursery Water, which was created especially for babies and toddlers.
What makes it so good and safe?
You know, Olga, Nursery has a really interesting history. It was created in 1948 by a pediatrician in Chicago who was concerned about the purity of the drinking water for his patients. So Nursery has been giving parents peace of mind for almost 70 years. And it comes with or without fluoride. You can mix it with formula right from the get-go. It's safe to do. And later on, you can mix it with cereal. And you can also use it to dilute juice.
Speaking of juice,
yeah.
Here's a question that I know a lot of moms wonder. How much juice should I give my child or my toddler to hydrate them?
Right. Well, let's start with babies because people will ask about babies first. And the short answer is that, you know, it can be a little tricky with juice. And babies under 6 months and under should not be given any juice, okay? That's what the American Academy of Pediatrics says. But at 6 months, if you want to give your baby juice, you want to make sure it's 100% pure fruit juice. You can dilute it half and half with water. You want to give it in a cup, not put it in a bottle and put them to bed with that because the sugar from the juice,
it's terrible.
It can actually cause tooth decay. And you also want to make sure that you limit it to no more than 4 ounces a day for the baby because too much can cause excessive weight gain and also diabetes. Exactly, the weight will lead to the diabetes down the road. And also, when your child gets a little older, between the ages of 1 and 6, the American Academy of Pediatrics says to limit the juice consumption to no more than 4 to 6 ounces a day. That's not much. If you think about it, it's not even a cup.
It's not.
So we really need to think about what we're giving our kids to hydrate.
So give us some good tips that we can think about to incorporate nursery water into healthy habits for our children.
I think one of the best things you can do if your little toddler is running around with a sippy cup, fill it up with nursery water, you know, and you can throw some ice cubes in so they can rattle it around, have some fun with it.
And they're getting used to it?
Right. They're making water their beverage of choice.
Creating a habit.
They're learning to quench their thirst with water, and they're not sipping on the sugars from juice or milk all day, which can lead to the tooth decay.
And to be honest, proper hydration, I know we're talking about it with babies, but you know, your entire life. It's so important.
Oh, it is. It is. And we need to be good role models as adults, and we need to reach for water first as our beverage of choice rather than juice or soda. And we need to sort of instill these healthy habits early, because I think if your kids grow up and they see you doing these healthy things right from the get-go, they follow in your footsteps. I mean, it's one of the only things that's worked in my household. My son will drink water. He's 14 years old.
I'm always drinking water, and the girls are like, you're always going to the bathroom. I'm always drinking water.
Exactly, exactly. And you know, dehydration can actually affect a person's ability to think, mood, energy level, all that stuff. So you want to stay hydrated.
That's right, and wrinkle-free.
Yes,
very important too.
Exactly.
Thank you so much. Learned a lot with you. Appreciate your time. You're a pleasure. Nursery water is available for home delivery along with other beverages at water.com. And to find out more information about nursery water, go to nurserywater.com or go to our website, thebalancingAct.com.